She never looked back, never was going to go back to a regular job where she was, exchanging that time for money. And that's kind of like the same situation for me. I don't know. Is that like the same for you?
Absolutely.
I feel like it's all different, but once you have something like that, it changes your outlook on life.
Yep. I remember the first day I made, it was like $2,000-something a day. And I was like 21 or 20. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this is without effort. It wasn't even like me trying hard to make it happen. It was just like, oh look. And they came in and they like, bro.
It's very easy.
Oh, this is different.
It's very easy.
So yeah, it was definitely, that was a game changer for me as well. Yep.
It's super easy. I mean, to kind of piggyback on that, like, I got to the point where now that I'm teaching, I spoke on how much I was able to make, with the teeth whitening, $125. If I'm like fluctuating the prices, $75 an hour, still that's a lot for me to do 15 minutes worth of work. But when I started teaching, and they say, when you start putting other people in position to win, like that's when you're going to win even more.
Right.
And so it took time for me to understand that, because I'm like, am I going to mess my thing up by teaching the next person? And when I realized, like, no, you know what I mean? I'm not going to mess, there's enough people, there's enough opportunity, in this world for everyone to eat. You know what I mean? Not everyone's going to do it. So this, 35 people that I taught how to do it, if they're eating, that's not taken from me at all. And when I introduced that, I was able to make $1,200 in 2 to 3 hours by certifying them to do something that only takes 15 minutes. Right. So I kind of stepped into that, because when I did it for 2 years, I was like, dang, this is a game changer for me. You know what I mean? And I kind of wanted to give back somehow to the community. I wanted to like teach someone else how to do that. If I got it, why can't I teach someone else to do it? And so I started teaching other people to do it. And we're going to take like a step back, and we're opening up the spa right now. And I'm going to do like meetings, with my students, so that we can kind of like gain clarity on where we're going, and just do a little more of, coaching and, with marketing and different things like that. I'm going to open up the spa to them as well. And it's just going to be super dope. Super dope.
So what are some barriers you had to face, some obstacles, some stresses? Like, what are some things?
I mean, being an entrepreneur is not easy by any means. Like, you're going from, and when we're talking about, like it's being easier than working a regular job. Now, when you're working at 9 to 5, from 9 to 5, I'm going to make this much.
Absolutely.
And, at the end of the week, I'm going to have this much. At the end of the month, I'm going to have this much. Now, if I take off, a day, I'm not going to have this much. But
you can calculate.
What what you're going to be able to make for that month, and having different expenses as far as rent and bills and just like little things, that you have throughout your life. You don't know, what I mean? Like, what's going to go on. Like, it's kind of like a hit or miss. Like, I've had, months where I made over 10K, and I had months where I made nothing. So it's like, I think that's my biggest downfall, kind of like getting consistency. Now, those 10K, months, I've learned, take that 10K, don't spend that 10K, because you are going to have months like that.
Absolutely.
But it takes time to learn that stuff. You get that 10K, you're like, oh, I'm going to get 10K next month. Like, I'm going to just spend this. We going on a trip. We getting this fit. We getting that.
Absolutely.
We going on, dinner dates every night. Like, it's just something that you got to kind of adapt to.
Any other obstacles come in? Like, during your journey of, like, building your teeth whitening and all that, like, what barriers,
Well, I'm a mom, and I mean, you see, she's in the background. I don't know if you guys heard her a couple times calling me. She's trying to get her phone to work. But, I mean, that's probably one of my biggest things, too. It's time consuming. We're not working 9 to 5. We're working 24 hours. And a lot of my job is on my phone, and it don't look like I'm working. It looks like I'm playing, and she don't understand that. My family doesn't understand that, and everyone thinks I'm just sitting around doing nothing when I'm, on InstaShot, creating, or when I'm marketing, or when I'm texting people back, booking appointments, or just brainstorming alone. Like, people don't understand that. if they don't have that mindset, if they're not doing the same thing that you're doing. So
Right.
I feel like that's very hard. I feel like that's one of my like biggest problems, I guess.
Okay. So what do you
Just
do
being
for like?
busy.
What do you do for peace?
For peace,
To just die, because you know business, it takes up a lot of time. Like you said, it's so consuming.
right?
So like, what do you do to like try to get that balance back, or try to get some type of peace back? You know.
It's been hard.
Right.
It's been hard because I told you I have this problem where if I'm not doing something, I feel like I'm not doing enough,
Absolutely.
or like, and that bothers me more than being busy.
Right.
Right. Me not doing something bothers me more. It causes like, what's the word? Like when you're
Anxiety.
that, but
Discomfort.
depression.
Depression.
I get depressed when I'm like.
I do kind
when
of
I'm
too.
not-
I ain't gonna front.
Yeah,
I do too.
because I'm so hard on myself.
Right.
So.
And your goal, you have bigger goals. You know what I mean? So who has time to just sit around and just be like, yeah, I'm just going to sit here.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't get me wrong, like I do. Sometimes
Yeah.
it happens, but I'm telling you, you know, when I do it, I'm definitely down on myself, and I have to be like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I like to eat.
Right.
I like to eat.
Right.
I go on, you know, spend some money on some food or something. That's not the best thing to do,
Right.
but I like to eat. I feel like that's, you know, when I can kind of just put my phone down
Right.
and eat. And feel like I'm not putting my phone down for no reason. If
Right.
my hands is moving, if
Right.
I'm doing something, you know what I mean? Because if
Right.
I'm not, then I feel like I need to be on my phone.
Absolutely.
Spending time with my daughter.
Right.
But even that, I can't lie. Like it kind of.
It's still, you feel that pull still.
I still feel the
Yeah,
pull.
absolutely.
You know, if I'm at the park playing, you know,
Yeah.
that's not fun for me. You
Yeah.
know, it's fun for her, and I enjoy that
struggle with
time.
too.
But
Yeah, I struggle too. I struggle, especially now for me. Like this year, I'm so like I'm trying to focus so much on my goals, and like I told my family, I'm like, yo, this year I might suck. Like y'all got a lot of good years in me.
Right.
I said, but this year in particular, I might suck.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I said I might have to suck for us to be able to move forward. I might have to suck for us to move forward in our level of living, in our peace, and a step closer to our freedom.
Mhm.
I gotta suck because I have to go do it. I have to go do this. You know what I mean? So I can't sit and play with y'all for hours no more at a time. You know, I can't run around with y'all at the park for 3 hours. I can't. You know what I mean? I got a half hour for you.
right.
I got a half hour. Like, accept it. We're gonna maximize this half hour.
Mhm.
But I gotta get back to it. You know what I mean? And like you said, most of your work's on the phone. Most of my work is on my phone. So it's like I understand, you know, and I break it down to my kids and my wife. Like I break it down like, yo.
I be telling them too, but I still don't feel
They
like they
still
understand.
they don't understand because my wife understands because she also has business.
Right.
But my kids are still like, nigga, we need you. And
Right.
I'm like, not right now. You know what I mean?
I've had it all happen. My daughter's like, you know, trying to get me to watch this, trying to get me to do this, and I'm like, I'm working, I'm busy.
Right.
She's like, you're laying there. Like, what are you talking about? You're not busy. I'm like, no, I'm busy.
Right.
My mom, she'll be like saying the same thing, and I be getting so mad because
Right.
it's like they just don't understand.
Yeah.
And I explain it the way that you say it. I explained it to them. I'm like, yo, I don't want y'all to think that I'm not, you know, trying to hang out with y'all, or I'm not, like, I'm just, you know, over here laying on my phone. It
Right.
looks like that.
Right.
It does. It looks like that. But if you knew what I was doing and all of the
Right.
concentration that I was putting into this piece,
Right.
then, you know, you would understand. But I can't expect them to.